Sometimes in the world of anime, love takes unexpected turns, and rejection can lead to unforeseen consequences. Join us as we explore the stories where girls make decisions they come to regret, unraveling tales of missed chances, heartfelt apologies, and the complexities of love's journey. So without further ado, here are the top 10 anime where girl rejects boy and regrets it. Number 10. Over the Sky. The story delves into the intricacies of friendship and unspoken emotions as it follows the journey of Mio and Erida, childhood friends whose bond teeters on the edge of something deeper. Mio harbors feelings for Erida but struggles with the courage to confess, opting instead to support her friend Madoka's affection for him. However, their relationship takes a sudden turn during a visit to a fortune teller. The boy notices a strange phenomenon and tries to drag Mio out of the shop, much to her annoyance. As Mio begins to question her relationship with Erida, an argument erupts between them. Their ensuing argument forces Mio to confront her conflicted emotions, leading her to venture out into the rain to make amends and perhaps finally reveal her true feelings. Yet, fate intervenes with a tragic accident that shatters Mio's world and irrevocably alters the course of their lives. As Mio grapples with the consequences of her actions and the weight of her unspoken words, the story unfolds into a poignant exploration of love, regret, and the profound impact of missed opportunities. Number 9. My Little Monster. My Little Monster revolves around the relationship between Shizuka Mizutani, a studious and socially isolated high school student, and Haru Yoshida, a rebellious and emotionally volatile classmate. The story begins when Shizuku is tasked with delivering homework to Haru, who has been suspended from school due to a violent altercation. Despite their initial awkward encounter, Shizuka finds herself drawn to Haru's unpredictable personality, while Haru becomes infatuated with Shizuku. As they spend more time together, their relationship evolves from reluctant acquaintances to close friends, and eventually to romantic interests. However, Shizuka struggles to come to terms with her feelings for Haru and is hesitant to reciprocate his affection due to her focus on academics and fear of emotional vulnerability. Despite Haru's earnest attempts to express his love for her, Shizuka repeatedly rejects his advances and distances herself from him. Throughout the series, Shizuku's rejection of Haru serves as a central conflict, as both characters grapple with their emotions and the complexities of their relationship. Number 8. Amigami SS, a romantic anime that follows the story of Junichi Tachibana, a high school student who was stood up on a date on Christmas Eve 2 years prior, leading him to become disillusioned with romance. The anime is presented in an omnibus format, where each arc focuses on Junichi's relationships with different girls. In one arc, Junichi develops feelings for a reserved and gentle girl named Tsukasa Ayatsuji. Initially, Tsukasa rejects Junichi's advances due to her commitment to her responsibilities as a student council president and her desire to maintain a respectable image. However, as they spend more time together, Tsukasa begins to regret her decision to push Junichi away. Tsukasa's rejection of Junichi and subsequent regrets serves as a central conflict in their storyline. As Tsukasa wrestles with her feelings and inner conflicts, she realizes the depth of her affection for Junichi and yearns to be closer to him. Number 7. Domestic Girlfriend. The protagonist, Natsuo Fuji, finds himself entangled in a complex love triangle involving his teacher Hina Tachibana and his crush, Rui Tachibana, who also happens to be Hina's younger sister. Natsuo harbors feelings for Hina and ends up having a one-night stand with her before discovering that she is his new teacher. Meanwhile, Rui, who had been rejected by Natsuo earlier, becomes closer to him after learning about his relationship with Hina. As the story progresses, Natsuo develops feelings for Rui, leading to a romantic relationship between them. The theme of rejection and regret is prominent in the character of Hina Tachibana. Despite her initial feelings for Natsuo, she rejects him due to their teacher-student relationship and societal expectations. However, as Natsuo and Rui's relationship deepens, Hina begins to regret her decision to reject Natsuo and struggles with her lingering feelings for him. This regret fuels her internal conflict throughout the series as she grapples with her emotions and tries to navigate her relationships with Natsuo and Rue. Number 6. The Day I Became a God. The Day I Became a God follows the story of Yoda Narukami, an ordinary high school student who meets a mysterious girl named Hina, claiming to be the god of omniscience. Hina predicts that the world will end in 30 days. As Yoda spends time with Hina, he discovers her childlike innocence and begins to form a close bond with her. As the series progresses, Hina's predictions start to come true, and Yoda and his friends try to make the most of their remaining time. However, as the deadline approaches, Yoda realizes that Hina's powers are fading, and she will soon lose her memories and disappear. The theme of rejection and regret comes into play through Yoda's feelings for his childhood friend, Kyuko Izanami. Despite Yoda's feelings for her, Kyuko rejects his romantic advances, causing Yoda to struggle with his unrequited love throughout the series. As the end of the world draws near, Yoda regrets not being able to express his feelings for Kyuko sooner, realizing the importance of cherishing the relationships in his life. Number 5. Kakuryou. Kakuryou is an anime that follows the story of Aoi Tsubaki, a young girl who possesses the ability to see spirits. After her grandfather passes away, Aoi discovers that she is promised to marry an ogre named Odana, who owns a mystical inn in the spirit world called Tenjinya. Refusing to marry someone she has never met, Aoi decides to work at Tenjinya to repay her grandfather's debt instead. Throughout the series, Aoi interacts with various spirits and yokai while working at the inn, and she gradually develops relationships with them. One of the central characters is Jinji, a nine-tailed fox spirit who serves as a chef at Tenjinya. Jinji develops feelings for Aoi and becomes protective of her, but she remains oblivious to his affections. The theme of rejection and regret emerges in Jinji's unrequited love for Aoi. Despite his efforts to express his feelings for her, Aoi sees Jinji only as a friend and colleague. As the series progresses, Jinji struggles with his unrequited love for Aoi and regrets not being able to convey his feelings to her sooner. His internal conflict adds depth to his character and contributes to the emotional complexity of the story. Number 4. Rent-a-Girlfriend. Rent-a-Girlfriend follows the story of Kazuya Kinoshita, a college student who, after being dumped by his girlfriend, decides to use a mobile app to rent a girlfriend named Chizuru Mizuhara for a date. Despite their initial awkward encounter, Kazuya finds himself drawn to Chizuru's kind and caring personality. As their rental relationship progresses, Kazuya develops genuine feelings for Chizuru and desires a deeper connection with her. However, Chizuru maintains a professional demeanor and refuses to engage in a romantic relationship with Kazuya, adhering to the rules of their rental agreement. Despite Chizuru's rejection, Kazuya continues to pursue her and becomes increasingly invested in her personal life. Along the way, Chizuru starts to develop feelings for Kazuya but struggles to admit them due to their complicated circumstances and her commitment to maintaining a professional facade. As the series unfolds, both Kazuya and Chizuru confront their feelings and the complexities of their relationship. Chizuru ultimately regrets rejecting Kazuya as she comes to realize the depth of her affection for him. Number 3. Golden Time. Golden Time is a romantic comedy anime that follows the story of Tada Bonri, a freshman law student who suffers from amnesia due to an accident. As he tries to rebuild his life, he meets Kuko Kaga, a beautiful and outgoing girl who quickly becomes infatuated with him. Despite Kuko's advances, Bonri initially hesitates to reciprocate her feelings. However, Bonri eventually starts to develop feelings for Kuko and they begin dating. Their relationship faces various challenges, including Kuko's possessive behavior and Bonri's unresolved feelings for his past. Amidst these struggles, Bonri's memories gradually start to resurface, causing him to question his current identity and relationships. At one point in the story, Kuko breaks up with Bonri because of his lingering feelings for his past love, Linda. Initially devastated by the breakup, Kuko later regrets her decision as she realizes the depth of her love for Bonri. She struggles with her emotions, torn between her desire to move on and her longing to be with Bonri. Number 2. Masamune Kuin no Revenge. Masamune-kun no Revenge is a romantic comedy anime that follows the story of Masamune Makabe, a high school student who was once overweight and bullied by a girl named Aki Adagaki. Determined to exact revenge, Masamune undergoes a dramatic transformation, becoming a handsome and popular young man. Masamune transfers to Aki's school with the intention of making her fall in love with him and then rejecting her, thus fulfilling his revenge. However, as he spends time with Aki, he begins to develop genuine feelings for her. Despite his initial intentions, Masamune finds himself falling deeply in love with Aki. Meanwhile, Aki starts to regret her past actions and realizes that she might have feelings for Masamune. She struggles with her emotions, torn between her growing affection for him and her prideful nature. Aki's internal conflict intensifies as Masamune's true feelings for her become more evident, and she begins to regret her rejection of him in the past.
俺はアイラが好きだから。
Number 1 Plastic Memories. Plastic Memories is a science fiction romance anime set in a future where humanoid robots called gifshas are created to serve humans as companions. The story follows Tsukasa Mizugaki, a young man who starts working at the Terminal Service Department, which is responsible for retrieving gifshas at the end of their lifespan. He is partnered with Isla, a giftia who has only a short time left before her memories are erased. Throughout the series, Tsukasa develops feelings for Isla, but she initially rejects his advances due to her impending farewell. Isla is afraid of forming deep emotional attachments because she knows that she will soon have to leave Tsukasa when her time comes. However, as their relationship deepens and Tsukasa continues to express his love for her, Isla begins to regret her decision to push him away. As the anime progresses, Isla grapples with her conflicting emotions, torn between her desire to protect Tsukasa from the pain of her departure and her longing to experience love and connection with him. Ultimately, Plastic Memories explores themes of love, loss, and the transient nature of life, as Isla and Tsukasa navigate the challenges of their relationship in the face of separation.
I'm waiting for the rain. I'm bracing for the thunder.